For anyone who has ever grafted a fruit tree, this probably feels like a terrible idea. A drill sounds more like something you would use to build a fence or repair a deck, not perform one of the most delicate jobs in horticulture. Yet this method has been quietly tested by growers who wanted a cleaner, tighter fit between the scion and the rootstock. Today, we are following the entire process from the first hole to the final result, so you can decide for yourself whether this technique deserves a place in the orchard. Make sure to subscribe to help us growing this channel. The tree you see here is healthy, well-rooted, and actively growing. That matters because no grafting method can rescue a weak or diseased tree. A successful graft starts long before the first cut is made. The tree must have enough stored energy to support healing, and the bark should be in good condition without signs of rot, insect damage, or fungal infection. The branch selected for grafting is thick enough to support new growth, but not so old that healing becomes painfully slow. Choosing the right location also makes a difference. A branch exposed to balanced sunlight and good airflow gives the new scion a much better chance of surviving. Now comes the part that gets everyone's attention. Instead of reaching for a grafting knife, a drill is prepared with a clean drill bit. Sterilizing the bit is one of the most overlooked steps in the entire process. A contaminated tool can carry bacteria or fungi directly into fresh tissue, turning a promising graft into a failed experiment. A quick cleaning with alcohol dramatically reduces that risk. The drill bit is carefully matched to the diameter of the scion. Too small, and the scion will not fit without damaging its bark. Too large, and gaps will remain around the edges, reducing contact between the living tissues that must eventually fuse together. With everything lined up, the drill is held steady and the hole is made slowly. Speed is not the goal here. Precision is. The hole must be clean, straight, and only as deep as necessary. Rushing this step can tear fibers inside the branch, creating unnecessary damage that slows healing. Take a close look at the opening. The edges are smooth instead of ragged. That smooth surface is one reason some growers experiment with this technique. A consistent opening can produce a remarkably snug fit when paired with a properly prepared scion. Now attention shifts to the scion itself. This small branch was collected from a productive tree known for producing high-quality fruit. Selecting healthy wood is every bit as important as preparing the rootstock. A weak scion rarely develops into a vigorous branch, no matter how carefully it is grafted. The scion contains several dormant buds. These buds hold the future of the graft. If the union succeeds, each one has the potential to produce fresh shoots, leaves, flowers, and eventually fruit identical to the parent tree. Instead of carving a long wedge like a traditional graft, the base of the scion is shaped into a smooth cylinder that matches the drilled hole. Every shaving is made with patience. Remove too much material and the fit becomes loose. Leave too much behind and it refuses to slide into place. This shaping process demands more accuracy than it first appears. The goal is not simply to make the scion fit. The goal is to create maximum contact between the cambium layers. The cambium is an incredibly thin layer of living cells located just beneath the bark. It is responsible for producing new vascular tissue, and without cambium contact, the graft cannot establish a connection that carries water and nutrients. Now comes the moment everything has been leading toward. The prepared scion is gently pressed into the drilled opening. Notice that very little force is needed. The fit is already doing most of the work. There is no wobbling or twisting. The scion settles firmly into position and stays there without constant adjustment. Make sure to subscribe to help us creating better content. This close fit is one of the biggest selling points of the drilled graft. Traditional methods often rely on wrapping pressure to keep both pieces aligned. Here, the hole itself acts like a guide, helping maintain consistent contact during the early stages of healing. Even so, the job is far from finished. Every exposed surface is sealed with grafting wax or grafting tape. Fresh plant tissue loses moisture surprisingly fast. If the scion dries before the union forms, the graft fails regardless of how perfectly it was prepared. The wrapping also blocks rainwater from entering the wound. Excess moisture trapped inside can encourage fungal growth, something no grower wants after investing this much effort. Now all the work shifts from human hands to the tree itself. Inside the graft, thousands of living cells begin responding to the injury. They divide rapidly, producing a mass of healing tissue called callus. This callus gradually fills tiny spaces between the scion and the rootstock. As days pass, new vascular connections start developing within that healing tissue. These microscopic channels eventually allow water to travel upward from the roots while sugars produced. And the leaves move throughout the tree. None of this happens overnight. The outside may appear unchanged for weeks, but inside the graft, an extraordinary repair process is unfolding one cell at a time.